All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the replay. If you're watching this on the replay, swipe to the right, Android, and follow bottom to the top. To the right, Apple from the bottom to the top, Android. Go ahead and share right now and subscribe. While you're sharing, go ahead and make sure you're following as well. All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. All right, another day of the money game. The money game. Welcome, everybody. Hey, make sure you put your name where you're from. We're practicing social media etiquettes here. All right, put your name, what city you're from, so you can introduce yourself to everybody else that's here in the live stream. All right, we're going to get started in a couple of minutes, so give you time to go ahead and hit the parrot dude in the corner and share, brothers and sisters. Go ahead and share. And make sure the follow button is blue. All right, because you want to follow these streams, because we're going to be doing a lot of exciting things on these streams to come. Let's get Meerkat up and running. Turn Meerkat around. Hey, all right, University of Mississippi. All right, Jordan Hunter, welcome. All right, this is the kind of education that you can only get through these means. All right, all right. So welcome, everybody. We're going to get started, but let's go ahead and triple that count over there in that corner. You know, that's too low to be talking about money. As bad as our community, as bad as we as people need, walaikum salam, Sister Cassandra, as much as we need money, as bad as we need money as a people in our community, this should have hundreds and hundreds of people on this stream. So work with me. All right, work with me. Thank you, Jay. Go ahead and share it with all your followers. Share it with everybody on Twitter. Share it on Facebook, brothers and sisters. All right, we got to get this out. All right, financial freedom has become easier now than ever before, so we should be taking full advantage of it. All right, let's go ahead and triple and double this count in the corner. I won't get started until we get double digits, brothers and sisters. Welcome over there, Meerkat. Welcome. Feel free to pitch in, Meerkatters. Feel free to go ahead and we restream it. Let me take off my glasses. Got a little sunshine here in Houston. Thank you for the hearts, but I really want you to share it. Right? 2 hugs are better than 1. So only one person can share the hearts, but if you share the broadcast and your friends come on and give hearts, that's 2 hugs are better than 1. 2 hearts are better than 1. All right, so let's go ahead. We got to get it up. All right, let's double. We need for everybody that's here right now to share it. Hey, Habil, welcome. Big Frank, go ahead and share it, Big Frank. All right. We got about 3 or 4 or 5 more to go before we get started. This is the money game, brothers and sisters. Every day we talk about money through Friday. We talk about money, the money game. But not just anything. We talk about, hey, Jordan, we talk about the rules to play the money game to win. The rules to play the money game to win, brothers and sisters. We can tell by our own personal finances and those around us and our community that we don't know the rules of the money game to win. Come on, you guys, I need for the share. We need a couple of more people, about a half a dozen more people to show up. All right, let's go. I need your help. All right. Let's go. All right, let's share. But I need for everybody to share. Come on, you can do it. All right, we got to count on each other. That's part of playing the money game to win. It's not your effort. It's a collective effort, and it's team effort. All right, Meerkat, I see you over there. AEZ5. All right, Deep Blue, welcome. Deep Blue, tell us your name, where you're from. Let's go ahead and practice some good social media etiquette and introduce yourself. Hey, Tay, Fun, Nose Gone, whatever that is. Sorry about that. All right, let's go ahead and get started, brothers and sisters. It's 2 minutes after. These are short live streams that we do here. Let me type. All right, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome for being here. This is the Money Game live stream. My name is DarrellMuhammad, real estate investor, mentor, coach, trainer, entrepreneur, networker, network marketer, sales and marketing expert, online, offline sales and marketing, and former stock broker of a major Wall Street firm. Brothers and sisters, I just come on here every day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. to share with you what God has blessed me to learn, all right, from the best of the best in every industry that I've been blessed to be a part of. I've learned from the very, very best, and I've been in places that a very small percentage of black people will ever find themselves, all right? And to much is given, much is required. So I want to give back to you what God has blessed me with. God does not bless you with abundance for you to hoard it to yourself. He bless you with abundance, meaning more than what you need, so you can share it with others. So that's what this stream is about. It's about economic, hashtag black wealth, hashtag black economy, hashtag black wealth. All right? That's not where it starts. That's not where it stops. That's where it starts. And we're talking about black wealth, black economy, black dollars for you, your family, brothers and sisters, but most importantly, your community, our black community. All right? Because I want all of us to take this information and go out and empower our community. Everything economics, our community needs it more than any other community in America. More than the Koreans, more than the Asians, more than the Greeks, more than the Jews, more than the Polish, right? More than the who else? The Hispanics, the Latinos, right? We need economic development more than anybody else, and we're waiting on government, we're waiting on some white philanthropist, but here we are with $1.3 trillion. Trillion dollars with a T, more than other countries. Because we don't know the rules to the money game to win, we lose day after day after day, and then we end up fending for ourselves, every man for themselves, and God for us all. That has to end. I want to throw my hat in the ring and be a part of the choir, part of those that are really trying to empower our community with unapologetically black. All right, and willing to deal with those naysayers, those detractors, all right, that are out there waiting for someone that comes to help us specifically to deter us, to discourage us. All right, so that's what we're talking about there, brothers and sisters. We're serious on this live stream. So if you like what you hear, reach out to me. All right, I'm not a guru. I'm not untouchable. I'm very accessible. All right, so reach out to me at DarrellMuhammad.net. Sister Candace or Sister Nyambi or Sister Cassandra, if you're there, go ahead and put my email, my web address. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net, click on one of the blog posts, all right, and subscribe. Subscribe, because this Sunday at 7:30, we're going to have our second meet and greet. Thank you, sister. We're going to have... thanks a lot, Flake, if what you're saying is true. But anyway, so we're going to have another meet and greet this Sunday at 7:30 Central Standard Time, right? And that's what we're going to do. So you guys can come online and you can meet everybody, all right? And you can tell us what you do, because we have to start understanding economics, right? We have to start understanding economics and do what's required to have economic empowerment. Economics without empowerment is economic empowerment for somebody else, okay? So here we go. So that's how you can reach me. All the social media platforms, you can reach me by my name, DarrellMuhammad, all right? DarrellMuhammad. So thank you for joining Longy, all right? So go ahead and share, brothers and sisters. Go ahead and share it as we get started, all right? Go ahead and share it. This is unapologetically black wealth, black dollars, black economy. Take this information, go out and add mass to this information. We're just here to prick your conscience. We're just here to prick your conscience and to take the lid off so you can go in and make this thing happen. All right? So you can go in and make this thing happen and bring it back to the community. Do like all those other groups that I mentioned just a few minutes ago. One person goes in and gets it and brings it back to the community. That's why so many Patels, so many Indians are in the motel business, because one figured it out and it came back to bring it to the community. And that's what we have to do. So today, brothers and sisters, we're talking about the money game. The money game, right? The money game. And how to play the money game to win. And you play it by totally different rules than anybody else plays it, right? We're playing it to lose. We're playing it as from a selfish position, whereas they play it to win for the whole, for a group, for their family, and for their community. That's why we know of these groups by their community. Not so much individuals, but we know by the community. Because when you go into Chinatown, right, or in the Asian community, you know it's the community. You do not see one singular leader. So let's talk about something that's very important that we really need to deal with, brothers and sisters, for the next 10 minutes or so, and then we'll open up for questions and answers. And we're talking about the money game. And today we want to talk about education versus a college degree. Education versus a college degree. But let me make a disclaimer right quick. All right. I'm not against college degrees. I have one. My mother has a master's degree. All my children are in college. Those that are college age, the youngest one's in high school, but they all are in college. All right. I went to private school growing up. I went to private Catholic elementary, then in junior high, then I went to private high school. All right. So I'm not anti-college. I'm not anti-higher education. But once you understand the rules of the money game to win, then it helps you to understand where college degree fit in the money game, where it fits in order to win at the money game, and the rules that you have to play by in order to be a winner. All right? So I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm going to say about college degrees, right? And the reason why I have to make this disclaimer, because I'm going to be critical of college degrees. Okay? I'm going to be critical. And one thing about learning the rules to win at the money game, brothers and sisters, you have to understand and learn that you have to have what they call critical thinking. That's not being cynic. We think that means, being suspicious of every little thing. That sounds too good to be true. That probably is. That's a response of a cynic. But a critical thinking person, right? Critical thinking. They look, they watch, they observe, and they know how to analyze, right, an opportunity. And they don't get bought in and be baited in by the things that bait the masses of the people in. Money, 30,000. You make 50,000 this month. You make a lot of money, etc., etc., right? They don't get bought in. Ooh, their eyes don't get big. Ooh, how much you made? 100,000 this year? Oh, you got a new Jaguar? They don't get baited in. Not critical-minded people. Critical thinking minded people. All right? So that's what I want to say. But here it is right here, brothers and sisters. If you and I want to learn the rules to the money game to win, then it's about education. It's not about a college degree. Right? You don't knock college degree, but understand everything was designed for a specific purpose, and if you use it within that designed purpose, then you maximize that opportunity. Colleges were not designed to make you entrepreneurs. It was not designed to make you successful business people. It was not designed to teach you the rules of the money game to win. They were there just to provide you with the rules of the money game to play, but not to win. All right, because those who know the rules to win know that you have to have players besides yourself in order to play the game, in order to win. Got that? All right, so that's what you have to understand. College degree is designed for a specific purpose, a specific function, and if you understand that, you go in with the awareness, right? You're not disillusioned, you're not disappointed. Right? Just like, for example, to have a job. Have a job is good. Right? But when you think your job is going to provide you with financial freedom, then you don't understand the purpose of a job. It's not designed to give you financial freedom. Okay? So same thing with college degree. A college degree is designed to provide you with an opportunity to learn a specific skill set in order for you to take that specific skill set to the marketplace and get paid for it. It's not designed to make you an entrepreneur. It's not designed to teach you how to leverage your finances. It does not designed to teach you this thing. It's only designed, college degrees, only designed to qualify you in a specific area. To go out in the marketplace to make some money or to generate income. All right? Now, education on the other side is designed, the word education, if you break down the etymology of it, it means to bring out. So education in its purest sense is designed to bring out of you and develop what's already in you. You desire to be rich, education is supposed to be designed to bring that out of you. All right? To cultivate that which is inside of you so you can accomplish your desired goal. What's here, right? What's here. And that's what we have to understand. Thank you for sharing. Continue to share. Thank you, Tyree. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead and share, brothers and sisters. This is information that you're not going to get from a lot of places. Why? Because it's empowering and it's designed and delivered specifically to black people. Specifically to black people. Hashtag black dollars. Hashtag black wealth. Hashtag black economy. All right, this is information that will cut through the noise, cut through the foolishness, cut through the myths, cut through the misconceptions. All right, but what happens so often when we as black people get into a tight financial situation, what do? I'm going to go back to college and get another degree. I'm going to go back to school and get some more education because I heard the medical field is booming. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying you have to understand the purpose and nature in which education, I should say college and college degrees were designed to do. Right? They were not designed to make you conscious consumers. That's why college, you do not learn how to budget a checkbook. Balance a checkbook. You do not learn how to budget. You do not learn anything pertaining to your personal economy because everybody has a personal economy. Right? Everybody has a personal economy. You won't learn that in college because college is not designed for that. Now, on the other side, education is totally different. All right? What I learned from one of my mentors, I forgot who it was, but he said, let me see if I remember who it was. It's been so long ago. I think it was Robert Allen or somebody said that if you want to make a living, right, get formal education. If you want to make a fortune, you get informal education. All right? Somebody put that in the live stream. If you want to make a living, just a living, right, with a few creature comforts, right, little cell phone, tablets, those little trappings of success, right? All right? Trappings of success, right? Then that's a living. You're making a living. You're making just enough to live plus a little extra to make just enough comfortable, right? So that's formal education. Informal education is with those who understand the money game and the rules of the money game to win. They play the informal education play. That's what they understand. That's what they do. That's what they invest in. They invest in informal education. That's non-institutionalized education. That's workshops that you find, at Annex Learning, right? That's the workshops that you find online, right? That's those informal education. That's those real estate gurus, if you will, that come to your hotel in your area, right? Those are them. Robert Kiyosaki is coming to Houston, or his program's coming to Houston in March. That's informal education. Brothers and sisters, that's where you have to invest your money, invest your time, invest your energy continuously, right? Thank you very much. Continuously, if you're going to win at the money game, if you're going to play the rules to win at the money game, right? This is what you have. There's no ifs and buts about it. See, unfortunately, here in America, we're disillusioned to think that there's gray areas, there's in-between areas, and there's not in-between areas. The reality of it is hot or cold, right? Those that are disillusioned and those that are deceived think there's an in-between, There is no in between. If you want to learn the rules to win at the money game, brothers and sisters, you have to go the route. You have to play by those specific rules. It is not for you to think that you're so smart because you graduated from, I don't know, Harvard, Princeton, Yale, TSU, Southern, Grambling, right? That you're so smart because you graduated cum laude, so now you're going to question and analyze and doubt everything that you hear. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you and I understanding that there's rules out there that people are playing to win. And those are not the majority of the rules that I'm playing by. All right? All right, yeah, I'm here at Starbucks. I don't know. We had challenges over at Panera Bread, but you know, we're going to continue on because this is what we have to work with right now. You always have to work with what you have to get what you want. That's another rule to win at the money game, right? Don't look at what you don't have and focus on what you don't have. You focus on what you do have and you take what you do have to get what you don't have. Well, that's a nugget right there, brothers and sisters. If I ever heard one, ever saw one, that's a nugget that I remembered from. I learned that from Holton Buggs, one of my network marketing mentors, the #1 income earner in the world of network marketing. That's what Mr. Holton Buggs says. All right? You want to follow the philosophies and rules of those that are winning, right? Repeat it, please. Don't focus on what you don't have. Man, if I had good credit. Man, if I had $10,000. Man, if I can win that Powerball. Right? Man, if I had a nice car, I'll be able to, you know. Don't look at what you don't have. Look at what you do have. And use what you do have to get what you don't have. All right? So we're talking about education versus college degree. Education versus college degree. You know, another philosophy, another rule, if you have two good ideas, it's not a choice of one or the other. It's not a choice of either or, it's a choice of and both. So, informal education, right? Informal education can be a plan, and then your college degree can be a plan. Now, which one's going to be plan A and which one's going to be plan B, I'll let you decide. All right? I'll let you decide if that's what you want to do. Some people put all their eggs in one basket to where there is no turnaround. There is no other option. They sink or swim. Right? And history has proven that the fewer options you have, right, the easier it is for you to focus and be determined because you're not always wondering about the other choice, the other opportunity. Hey, Living Sheik, thanks for restreaming. I appreciate you. All right, brothers and sisters. So education versus college degree. I'm not going to downbeat college degree, but I tell you what, if you want to be financially free as a person, for you and your family, and for our community, informal education is the way, not a college degree. That's not what a college degree was designed for, right? You'll find those that are most successful financially, right, in a very large way, right? They're empowering themselves, their family, and their community. They spend more time, more money, more energy in learning informal, right? Through informal education, through seminars, through books. Okay? So that's what you have to do, brothers and sisters. That's what you have to do. And if you want to participate and get started, then go to my website, DarrellMuhammad.net. All right? Click on one of the blog posts and subscribe, because that's what the website is going to be all about. That's what those of us who are on the VIP list there at my blog, that's what that's going to be about. Informal education and execution. Somebody put that. Informal education and execution. Save your questions, Jay, for the end. We're going to have questions in about 5 minutes. I just want to make sure we cover these points because some people came just for this information of education versus college degree. Now, if you're coming on late, if you missed it, just watch the replay. Just watch the replay. Thank you, Sister Neon Bay. Just watch the replay and share it. Watch the replay, everybody. Hit the hearts and share. All right? Because this message has to go out. Now is the time, brothers and sisters, for us to stop talking and start doing. If you're not patronizing black on a daily and consistent basis, then we're a talk. We all smoke. We're not doing anything. So here's what I want you to do. And I'm going to cover this. I'm going to share this with you on every live stream broadcast. The www.theablenetwork.com. Somebody put that in there. Theablenetwork.com. Go there and buy your food from there. 100% pure food. Eat less and eat better food. You know, those wealthy people have very, very expensive cars. They don't drive those cars every day, right? They don't drive them every day. They're not their work car, right? So that's how you got to look at food. Thank you so very much. The next one is Freedom Paper Company. You see it right there on the screen, all right? Freedom Paper Company, right? Everybody use toilet paper. Buy from your own, brothers and sisters. If you're not circulating your dollar with black business, then go do something else, right? You only have this one life to live. Stop wasting it, romanticizing, you know, financial empowerment, romanticizing, you know, circulation of the black dollar. That's why if you're serious, right? StapleGoodsProject.com, another one. If you're serious, brothers and sisters, then you need to go to DarrellMuhammad.net, right? And let's get this thing started. Let's get it started. EconomicBlueprint.org is the other one. All right? I think it was, what's the politician that ran for presidency a couple years ago? I got it, brother. I think black, buy before I buy. Okay, we'll continue to do that. And now, see, the thing about winning the money game is not just about you. You got to go out and influence other people. Influence other people. Our ability to win at the money game, by the rules that the winners play by, it's about influence. It's about influence. How many people do you have on your team? How many people can you influence? How many people can you call and say, hey, man, let's go in on a case of this toilet paper? Right? You got to constantly do that so you can constantly gauge where your level of support is. You have to do that. That's part of winning the money game. So when an opportunity comes around, you're not starting from scratch trying to put people together, trying to put deals together, trying to put money together. Because you're practicing, you're living it. Economic empowerment is a way of life. It's not a job that you go to Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and come on home. Economic empowerment is a way of life, brothers and sisters. It's something you have to practice every day. You have to talk it so much to as people get tired of hearing it, and you get tired of hearing it. And only when you get tired of something do you know that you're at that critical point. Let me say it again, another rule. Only when you get tired of something do you know that you're at that critical point. So when you get tired of doing push-ups, you're now at that critical point of a breakthrough. You're at that critical point of getting to the next level. That's what they call your comfort zone. If you're not sick and tired, then you're still in your comfort zone. If you're not getting up every morning and before you get on these live streams and after you thinking about, man, I need to get this breakthrough. I'm going to go back and watch it again. I'm going to go back and go to Darrell, the website, because he has some previous money game stuff on there. I'm going to internalize this stuff. This is not TV, brothers and sisters. This is exchange. This is social media. Social media. It's a media that you use to socialize and connect with other people. Anything short of that, you're not using it for its proper use. Like we talk about, college degree has a specific use. You use it within the confines in which it was created to be and do, then you're fine. You're not disenchanted. You're not disillusioned. You're not disappointed. But on the same hand, you need to understand what informal education can do for you and the power of informal education. If you're serious about hashtag black wealth, hashtag black dollars, hashtag black economy, not just for you selfishly, not just for your family selfishly, but for your family and most importantly, our community. Our community, brothers and sisters. See, if we understood that if we try to empower our community, by default you would empower yourself. By default you would empower your family. Don't you think if you went and had an objective to feed the community, you think you'll have enough to feed the community and you starve? Right? Do you think if you had enough to give water and send water to Flint that you around here thirsty? No, it's not mathematically possible. But you can only be concerned about yourself, and you can only be concerned about your family, and Flint suffer, and our community suffer. That's what has been happening for the most part up until this point. Until you and I realize that winning at the money game is about empowering as many people as possible, right? Until we understand that, we'll never win at the money game. Our victories will be so small and so far and few in between. And if they aren't far and few in between, if we have a lot of victories, it'll be so small, it won't even cause a ripple effect. Because it's so small, right? That's what we have to understand, brothers and sisters. So that's our message for the day. The money game, learning the rules to play the money game to win and not to lose. Education versus college degree. So with that being said, any questions? We're right at the bottom of the hour. We're kind of early today. Any questions? All right, Jay, put your question down there now. All right, remember, go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Remember, go to theablenetwork.net. Go to freedompaper.net. And go to economicblueprint.net. And the other one, Sister Candace, Staple Goods. What is that one? Any questions, brothers and sisters? If not, we're going to get off here so you all can go and have a beautiful day, so you can watch the replay, so you can share. All right? All right. Thank you very much. That's the Able Network. Any question? I guess Jay is gone. I guess, people get on. If they don't get what they want right away, they leave, and that's okay, too. All right, freedompapercompany.com. All right, that's the other one. Okay. All right, if you're just joining, you missed it. We're at the end as a beginner. Where do we start in order to build a foundation for healthy income saving? Start with education. Start with Robert Kiyosaki book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Click on More. Click on Book List. And click on, I think it's up there, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It'll take you to my Amazon store and buy it there. Go through my Amazon store, brothers and sisters. I mean, see, if we really want to circulate the dollar, we'll be looking for opportunities to circulate the dollar with ourselves. Right? You go look. The scriptures say, seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. Don't sit around and wait for somebody to tell you to do something. That's not what winners of the money game do. That's not the rule that they play by. Right? There's a book called The Go-Getters. Right? You got to go and get it, brothers and sisters. Right? Faith without actions is dead. Right? So that's what you have to do. You have to go out and get it. So go to Darrell Muhammad, the Go-Getters, right? Go to DarrellMuhammad.net, click on More Book List, and buy any one of those books, buy all of them, right? I was thinking the other day, and I'm waiting on some questions. If not, we'll leave. I was thinking the other day, looking at all my books and all that stuff, and I said, you know what? I guess it still proves true that if you want to keep something away from black people, put it in a book. Let me just tell you something, brother. So you will never, I'm speaking definitively now, you will never win at the money game following the masses of the people. You will never win at the money game following the masses of the people. They don't buy books, you don't buy books. They don't read, you don't read. They don't invest in themselves, you don't invest in yourself. Not, oh, I invested in myself before. We're not talking about before. We're talking about next time. When's the next time you're going to invest in yourself? What are you going to do with that tax return? All the money you got from that tax return, what you going to buy with it? Right? What are you going to do with it? Well, you don't understand. See, it's always you don't understand. We all act like we have this unique circumstance. See, that's another rule to lose. Right? You think that you have your situation is unique. And it's not unique. It's only unique to you. All right? But in the universe with 7 trillion people on the planet, it's only unique to you. But if you knock and seek, you'll find people with similar or worse situations, and they got themselves out of it, and you can do the same. We're all in the same boat. Yeah, we're all in the same boat. It's like a cruise ship. Some people at the top and somebody at the bottom. Thank you for the knowledge. You're welcome, Jay. What other questions you got, Jay? Come on, Jay Hunt. Whatever that, Jay Hunt it. All right. What else we got? Meerkat, what you got over there? No questions over there, Meerkat? I guess the Meerkat is the voyeur channel. All right, brothers and sisters, what else, man? We got to get this thing done. If you look at our community and our environment, it's going to a whole nother level, socially and economically. Right? I got our brother Jamal Bryant out there shaking the trees. And if you don't join the movement, you're going to get left behind. See, once again, winners of the money game recognize movement, slightest movements, and they analyze it and they jump in early. See, if you're going to wait till this thing become popular, right, then you're not playing by the rules to win. You're playing by the rules to lose. People in the stock market lose every day because they get in too late. They get in too late. Right? You got to go back and watch the replay for it. You can't walk in the middle of a class and ask the teacher what y'all talking about. Right? You got to go back and watch the replay. You said you're going, and I will see you catch later. Okay. All right. All right. So that's what it is, brothers and sisters. That's what we have to understand. If something resonates with your spirit, right? Resonates with your spirit and it makes sense, then you take action towards it. You take action of engagement. You take action of execution. These are the rules to win at the money game. Yes, you're going to lose, but that's part of the process. Less you're going to lose money. Yes, there's going to be a miscalculation. That's how you do course correction and you get better. Everybody loses, right? But a few people win big enough, right, to wipe out their losses or to win big enough to negate their losses. Most of us, we bump our toe and we say, oh, I'm not going to do that no more. That's not a rule to win at the money game. That's a rule to lose at the money game. Education, informal education versus college degree, right? I told my ex-wife one time, I said, I had more books, more self-help books than you have school books, and you have a master's degree. Right? So that's what you have to understand, brothers and sisters. If you want to win at the money game, then you have to invest until. Jim Rohn says, win until. Who makes more money? Informal education makes more money hands down. Even those who have formal education, Harvard and Yale and Wharton Business School, right? Even those, they do more informal education than they do formal education. There's a statistic that says college graduates, on average, read one book a year. College graduates, on average, read one book a year, whereas the average CEO reads 45 to 60 books a year. That's why they make up to 20 times more than the average graduate. Right? So even after they've gone to Harvard, they got enough sense to know that education doesn't stop. Learning doesn't stop with a college degree. See, that's another rule. Right? Or as our boy DJ Khaled said, that's another major key. That's another major key, brothers and sisters. Right? That's another major key. So what happens so often, nobody makes us aware of these rules, so we're violating them by default. You don't have to know the law of gravity, right? Nobody has to teach you the law of gravity. You just jump off a building and you'll learn it real fast. My friend was once a mailman. He says wealthy people get a ton of mail daily, books, etc. There you go. There you go, right? See, when you learn informal education, brothers and sisters, you learn that it's not about acquiring the education, the knowledge, the information. It's about what you do with it, right? College degree is about you getting the information and getting a certificate. That's what college degree is. They don't guarantee you a job. They don't guarantee you any income. They guarantee you that you came to get a degree. You met the requirements. Now here is your degree. In formal education, you don't get a degree, right? The most you get is a certified from that learning institution, that informal learning educational company, right? And you can add it to your resume, but it still doesn't equate in their minds the same as a degree, right? So informal education, you're not getting informal education to get a degree, to say, I've graduated from Harvard. I've graduated from Princeton. It's this whole different mindset, brothers and sisters, when you go down to informal. the informal education route. Your pursuit on the informal educational route is to build wealth, is to build a fortune. And there's no need to build a fortune just for you and your family. You and your family don't need a fortune. You need a fortune to help assist in your community, to finance things in your community, to open up businesses in your community, to finance those that want to open up businesses in your community. How often do you host sessions like this? Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. But go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Somebody put that in there again. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net, hit one of the blog posts, subscribe, and then you won't miss anything. And more importantly, you won't miss the private live events that we're going to have. 2 to 3 private live events every month just for those VIP subscribers, those that subscribe and are on my VIP list. We're going to do a lot of private things. We're going to have a lot of guests in the whole 9 yards, brothers and sisters, because, see, one thing that I've learned, those that play the money game to win, and not to lose, there is no bedtime. There is no curfew. There is no off day. There is no holiday. They don't do what the masses of the people do. Right? They visit normality. All right? They visit normality. They don't stay there. They only visit. You can be a self-made millionaire without Harvard degree. Yes, it helps to have, helps to have one. I'm sure it always helps. A lot of things can help. But do you need one? No. Does it help? I'm sure. See? A lot of things help. Right? You can be preoccupied and spend all your time and money on things that help. Right? But what is going to help you the most? What's going to get you there the fastest? Right? Because there's a lot of opportunities out here to make more money. But which one is going to get you there the fastest? They all help. If not what you know, but who you know. See, that's a phrase, that's a cliche. And we have to be very careful about these cliches. And we have to dig down and delve down into them very deeply to make sure we understand these things. If not, we're repeating things that are not true for those that play the money game to win. Right? Certain phrases and cliche, and you're right, is who you know. But how do you get to know the right people is the question. That's the question. All right? Hey, HOA LLC, looking for you, man. Where you been? All right? So that's what you have to understand. You have to know how to get to the right people. And how do you do that? You do that through informal education. Right? I have books on top of books on top of books. Well, you got to put yourself out there, but what do you say? How do you attract those people? How do you get their attention? How do you keep their attention? I have a mentor, right? A personal mentor here in Houston that I've been knowing for 20 years. This man has the 6th largest black-owned financial service firm in America. There's no way that I can stay his mentee, see him on a regular basis, if I didn't understand the dynamics, not from my perspective and what I want, but from his perspective. All right? What's it called? I don't understand what you mean. All right? So you have to understand it from the mentor's perspective. And then that way you know what to say, what to do, and you know how to position yourself. The firm is Smith Graham and Company. Smith Graham and Company, Gerald Smith. All right? Smith Graham and Company, Gerald Smith. All right? And the way I met him is informal. The way I met him is by the rules in the money game. Hey, just moved to Houston real quick. Just moved to Houston. Get your questions ready. If not, we're getting out of here. I just moved to Houston from California, right, to go to Texas Southern University because I wanted a black experience because I lived in middle class. That's right. I lived in middle class, integrated society all my life, and I want that black experience, right? And I went black, and I never went back. But here's what I did. I remember flipping through the newspaper, Sunday newspaper, and we all need to watch this live, share and tweet. Thank you very much. So I saw Gerald Smith in the Sunday newspaper as one of the best dressed professionals in Houston. One of the best dressed professionals in Houston. So what did I do? I called him up and introduced myself, right? And said I would like to come down and meet him. Right? Every year, for several years. I've stopped now, but I got to get back to it. But every year I used to send him a birthday gift. Right? Right? And because of understanding what it takes, understanding it from his perspective, it takes courage. Yeah. Understanding it from his perspective, brothers and sisters. I was downtown one time promoting my companies, passing out flyers with my children, and I said, you know that building right there? That's where my mentor, Gerald Smith's office is. I said, come on, let's go and see if we can see him. No appointment, right? No appointment at all, brothers and sisters. I went to his office, and with no appointment, he came out, met my children, took them around the office. Now, he never took me around the office. He took them around the office and introduced them to some of his business partners and his employees, and told them at that time his company was doing $4 billion in assets. Now he told me recently they're up to $7 billion in assets under management. All right? You have to amaze, which I missed that one. So, any questions, brothers and sisters? Let's go ahead and wrap this up, because we don't need to do all this talking. We need to have some proof. We need to have some receipts. We need to have some receipts. What's my motivation? My motivation, brothers and sisters, fat, is it's just knowing that if other people can do it, we can do it. If other people can do it, I can do it. Right? You have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in the God that created you. How fair would it be if God allowed those other people that we mentioned to be successful, and he doesn't allow us to be successful to the extent that they're successful and then some? That's what keeps me motivated, right? The possibilities keep the people pursuit of winning, the pursuit of the next level. It's the possibilities. See, the possibilities is what you see in front of you. It's not what's behind you. It's not what you don't have. It's what you do have, and believing in yourself, in God, that God, this is enough. Give me the guidance, the courage, the energy, the persistence, and all the non-money characteristics that you need to be successful and to win at the money game. That's my answer. I'm graduating and I want to be my own boss. Well, good. Informal education. Start with Robert Kiyosaki's books, right? If we have black-owned business in the progress of putting one together, how do we fund? How do we fund or find or fund? Well, a form to promote it. Brother, you have the whole internet. Whoever that is, Jon. You have the whole internet. You don't have to start nothing new. And we'll talk about that later. Black folks always want to start something new when we need to learn how to maximize what already exists. Why start from scratch? See, I'm 51 years old. I can start from scratch. But in my mind, I need to master what I have instead of always looking for something new. You already got the form. It's called Twitter. It's called Facebook. I'm Latino and want to own a minority company. It's called Twitter. It's called Facebook. It's called Pinterest. It's called whatever. Periscope. It's called Meerkat. It's called Blab. Let them spend the money, brothers and sisters. See, you gotta understand this piece. If you always get it, if you always have the mindset of building and I gotta have my own, then you'll get bogged down with the initial steps, right, of developing the platform when people already spend millions and millions of dollars and continue to spend millions and millions of dollars building the platform. Learn how to get on their platform and leverage it. Then you can move to your platform. All right? Then you can maximize your time, your effort, and your energy, because you're not bogged down with the setup. You're not bogged down with the setup. So that's another major key. That's another rule to win at the money game. You use what you have. We said it earlier. Not what you don't have. Oh, we don't have a forum to promote black businesses. Yes, we do. You just haven't found it. Oh, we don't have. Find out what's out there. All right? Yeah, Les Brown. Find out what's out there and do it. It was more so if there's a platform that specifically... Yeah, I'm sure they are. Just get out there and find it. Facebook got a lot of groups, brothers and sisters. Facebook got a lot of groups. You have meetupgroup.com or whatever the website is, meetup.com, right? Maximize those. If you're not maximizing those, then why create a new one? See, what happens many times, black folks, talking about hashtag black dollars, hashtag black wealth, hashtag black economy, what we do many times, we don't use and maximize what's there. Then we start something that's similar, right? And it doesn't get the support that we want. We're disappointed not understanding the law of cause and effect. the law of reap and sow. Right? You haven't participated. You haven't sold it in somebody else's platform. You haven't helped add value to somebody else's platform. So you start your own platform and wonder why nobody's supporting your platform. And that's the reason why. You sow before you reap. And you have to sow in other people's platform. You will help other people win at the money game before you ever start winning at the money game. See, that's another major key. That's another rule to win. But if you're only thinking about me, my, and I, see, then you'll never get past you to get to your family, and you'll never help the community because you're always in I mode. Start being in we mode. See, that warrants the abundance of the universe because you're talking about we. The universe knows you don't need abundance for you, just your family. But the universe knows, God knows you need abundance if your intention in your heart, not your rhetoric, not your game you playing on yourself and others that you're about black economic development for our community, but they ain't really what it is. That's just your doorway to make you some money. All right? You just promoting black business because you have a black business, but when it comes to you spending your money every day, you're not looking for a black business. That's hypocritical. And that will not prove itself successful to you. That's not the rules that those who play the money game play to win by. All right? That's not what they do. They're sincere to the core in what they say they believe. They show it continuously every day with action. All right? Any other questions? Any other questions, brothers and sisters? We're at the top of the hour almost there too. I just want you to ask questions. I want to answer your questions. But I don't want to belabor the point and be on here any longer than I have to. Meerkat, no questions? No questions, Meerkat? Okay, thanks, James, for following. How do you stay focused? Stay focused by staying focused. You stay focused by keeping your eyes on the objective that you're focused. You stay focused, brothers and sisters, by having a schedule. Doing the same thing every day. Call it a habit, right? Women are distractions. Well, only if your focus is weak. Right? I read a book back in my early days when I moved to Houston called The Mystery Systems by J.A. Rogers. The Mystery System by J.A. Rogers. Hard to find book. J.A. Rogers lost his life. They killed him because he was just, he was just one of them black brothers that just brought it too hard back in the day. J.A. Rogers, I believe it is. G.M. Jones, I'm sorry. But it's called The Mystery System. And one of the things, the test that you had to go through before you became a high priest was you have to sit in a chair and have naked women around you, circling you, taunting you, and you couldn't lose your focus. All right, brothers and sisters, I'm not one to blame the women. Women are not the distraction. It's our lack of focus as men is the distraction. You understand? I don't blame women for nothing. That's not what I've been taught. Right? For those of us who blame women for anything, I call it the Adam syndrome. The Adam syndrome, right? God told Adam, don't eat from this tree. He came home and let his wife convince him. It's not her fault. A woman is supposed to do that. She's supposed to try you to see what you're made of so you can see what you're made of. Right? She's supposed to try you with herself to see if other women can try you with themselves. Come on, everybody. Come on. We can go to church real quick. All right. But when God came, he asked Adam, I thought I told you not to bite the fruit from this tree. And what did Adam say? But Eve told me to bite it. The woman that you gave me, even try to flip it on God. The woman that you gave me, she told me to eat it. So that's why I ate it. So brothers, don't be like Adam, because you know what happened after that. Because Adam did not obey, it cost him, his wife, and his children suffering from that point on, right? All the way up to today. So it's not because she distracted him. It's because his focus on God and what God ordained him to do, he did not follow the instructions, right? Okay? So that's what that is. It's not the woman. I love the black woman in particularly. I have 4 daughters and no sons. I'm not going to blame them for nothing because we are the head. We are the men. Anything that happens to them or how they feel, we're responsible for cleaning it up. We're responsible for making sure that they don't feel like what the young folks feel. They don't feel a certain kind of way. That's our job. So we got to reel it in and don't work as hard so she can get some more attention, then, brother, that's just what you got to do. Because what happens so often, we win at the money game, relatively speaking, to other folks that's losing. But we win at the money game and we leave it to children and family that doesn't have the love that we have for the effort that we put in and the sacrifice that we made to win at the money game. And then they don't build on that. They lose that. They take the money and run. So in a generation at the most, 2 at the very most, all our work now has been spent in the marketplace because we didn't know how to reel that thing in and give the woman the attention she needs and the children the attention they need. And each individual have different levels of attention that they need. One might just do good with 30 minutes. Another one might need 3 hours. How do you stay humble if you win at the money game? Well, know that, see, you stay humble by keeping things in its proper perspective. Right? As long as you're comparing yourself to the poor man in India, then you'll be arrogant. But if you compare yourself with your possibilities, your potential, right? And understand that the more you know, the more you realize what you don't know, right? And humility comes, brother and sisters, by helping other people. See, if you're only thinking about yourself, you're more likely to be arrogant. If you're only thinking about yourself and your family, you're still likely to be arrogant. But when you're thinking about yourself, your family, and your community, you're less likely to be arrogant. You're more likely to be humble, right? Because you're assessing and understanding the condition of your community and how you can help. And that humbles you. You got to want to be humble in order to be humble. Everything in life is done purposefully. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan say black folks do not understand the law of cause and effect. Right? We have to understand the law of cause and effect. That's how we can stay humble, by staying in a student position. No matter how much you know. And that's one thing, back to reading books. People who read a lot of books are more likely to stay humble because they're reading books because they know that there's something they don't know. They know that there's more they can learn. They know that there's more that they can do. They know that there's more that they can become. They're not good. They're not, I'm good. They know that there's still more yet to have, to be, and to become. So they stay in a student mode and by learning through informal education. All right? So I think that's a pretty good long-winded answer for you. That should hopefully sow seeds in your spirit. You know, so watch this again, brother and sister, and share it. Because, you know, the best content and information comes from these questions. All right? 4 more minutes. Let's wrap this thing up. Yes, you're welcome. God, to God be the glory. All right? So what else, brother and sister? What else? See, we're going to talk about, here's the new agenda. This started next week. Mindset Mondays, Question and Answer Wednesdays, and Freedom Fridays. Mindset Mondays, somebody put that in there. Mindset Mondays, Q&A Wednesdays, and Freedom Fridays. And then those other 2 days in between, we deal with techniques, how-tos, real estate, gold and silver, the stock market. You know, all the stuff that y'all really want to learn but don't know, that you don't know and know what to know, right? I know better. So I have to teach better because I know better. Too much is given, much is required. I know better, so I have to do better. And I know that we need to get the mindset right. We need to understand freedom, and we need to get engaged through questions. How do I keep centered and grounded and being my own boss, keep the dream alive? Whoever's keep on asking those how to, you follow what I'm telling you to do. Right? If you're at a hospital and you keep on asking the doctor, well, how do I get well, doctor? How do I get well? What do I got to do? Well, first of all, you're at the place to get well, and you have to follow what the doctor tells you to do, and you have to take the medicine. So you're at the right place, whoever that is. You need to go to DarrellMuhammad.net right? You need to go to more book lists and buy you as many books as you can buy. See, black folks, when it comes to winning the money game and knowing the rules to winning the money, we so far behind, brothers and sisters. You can't spend enough money on these type of books. You can't spend enough time talking about it and being about it. We're minimum 460 years behind. You can't spend too much money, too much time, too much energy in the space of financial empowerment for yourself, your family, and your community. Just understand that. That's how you stay focused. That's how you stay motivated, knowing that you're in catch-up mode. Here's another thing that I've learned. Avoid shiny balls. Exactly. This is what I've learned too. I just lost my thought. But that's what you have to do, brother. That's what you have to do. Anything short of that, right, then you're just playing the game. You're playing the game to lose and not to win. Right? You're playing the game not to lose. What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? What about this? And then when you get off the stream, you don't do nothing. I wouldn't say no one teaches finances to minorities. I stay away from absolute terms like that because I don't know. I can't say no one does. See? That's part of the question that was asked about humility. Don't think that you're the only one. Don't think that you're so smart, right? Just recognize what it is that God gave you. God gave me this spirit to come on here and share, right? We know it's not to the critical point to where as we see it in our community. That we can say absolutely. Right? That we can say absolutely. But I can't say no one is, because that's not true. That is absolutely not true. When you get in the space of black economics, you get in the space of black empowerment, you get in the space of black wealth, then you'll see there's a lot of us out here on this battlefield that's fighting. But the problem is, those who listen only listen. Those who listen only listen. 80% will only listen. Right? 80% will only listen. 20% will do something. The 80-20 rule. There is no competition at the top. I think Les Brown said it, right? It's crowded at the bottom. Right? It's crowded where we are, at the bottom. It's crowded at the bottom. You hate being crowded? Then elevate. Learn through informal education. Then you will find yourself in spaces with a lot of room. And enough room for you to go get those that love you and you love and who want to be there. You can't take a person where they don't want to go. That's a waste of time, and that's another rule to lose by, and that's what the successful people don't do. Right? The successful people do not waste their time and energy with people who do not want the same thing. Don't say you don't love them. It just says that you cannot invest your time and energy with them when it's time to invest your time and energy in accomplishing your goals. You spend those with like-minded people. That's why there's forum groups, and that's why there are meetup groups. I don't know what that is, Fat. Tamarindo. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. All right. Anything else? Let's go. 30 seconds. Any more questions? 30 seconds. Any more questions? Do you host meetup groups? No, I don't. Subscribe. I'm hosting this on weekdays. On weekends, I do a Black Wealth Empowerment private group. I have a private group called Black Wealth Empowerment Sundays. All right. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Hit one of the blog posts. Subscribe if you like this message, and you're about doing something for yourself, your family, your black community. If that's not what it is, we're going to delete you off the list and block you from our list because we don't have time to play, brothers and sisters. We don't have time to play. Playtime is over. Am I gay? Yeah, I'm gay. I'm happy. I am happy. I am happy as can be. All right? Any questions? Any other questions? All right? Any questions? See, we blocking people. If you borderline foolishness, we blocking you. And I'll apologize later if that's not your intent. Right? That's another major key. That's another rule of the money game to win. You take action. You take the appropriate action immediately, as Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich. Take immediate action and change is slow. But you have to have the correct base of knowledge in order to move quickly. If you're ignorant and move quickly, you're going to make a bad decision. But if you're ignorant and move slow, you're going to make a bad decision. Why? Because you're just ignorant. Meaning you don't know, not meaning you're dumb. Ignorant and dumb is two different things, right? We all are ignorant in some areas. Matter of fact, we're all ignorant in more areas than we're knowledgeable in. So that's not an insult if you understand what it means. Thoughts on bartering. Do it. Bartering is the oldest form of trading. Is bartering. All right? Instead of exchanging money, you exchange services. All right? That's what you do. Bartering is good. Stuff that's old and been around forever has been tested and tried and proven. There's no need to rethink that, brother. Just go do it. If that's what you want to do, go do it. See, that's what we rehash stuff that's thousands of years old and has been proven over thousands of years. We want to rehash it. If that's what you want to do, you learn it and you go do it. It don't require nobody's opinion. It's been proven. The facts speaks for themselves. Another rule. I want to do it, but some people just want things for free. But don't worry about them, brother. Don't worry about them. They want things for free. Tell them to wait on the government. You're going to provide what you need. Right? You're going to provide what you need. Don't waste your time with those people. You must have missed it earlier. Watch the replay. I talked about wasting your time with those people. Scripture says, why do you throw pearl before swine? That's what the scriptures say. The Bible, right? That's a hint. To the wise is sufficient. Why do you throw pearls? A great opportunity. Well, you're talking to the wrong people, Quasi. You got to learn how to qualify people before you drop any opportunity on them. See, that's what you got to go to my blog, my website, and buy a book called Sell or Be Sold. You're talking to the wrong people. The key to marketing, identifying where your target market is and go where your target market is so you won't waste any of your time, any of your effort, any of your money. See, so it's a sifting. Learn this in network marketing from Holton Buggs and my other mentor, Edwin Haynes. They say a professional network marketer sifts. They sift through names. They sift through people to see if they have what it takes to even present the opportunity to. If you present the opportunity to the wrong person, it doesn't say anything about them. It says more. It says something more about you and your ability to sift and sort. Sift and sort. You have to sift and sort business opportunities. You have to sift and sort investment opportunities. You have to sift and sort people. So when you find the right people, that's where you spend most of your time. When you find the right investment, after you sift and sort, but it requires knowledge. You have to know how to sift and what to sift and what to look for. All right? So with that being said, brothers and sisters, we'll save the rest for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Freedom Friday. Remember, Monday is going to start off Mindset Monday. We're going to focus on the millionaire mind that we have to have. Wednesday is going to be Q&A Wednesday, so come with your questions on Wednesday. And then Friday, Freedom Friday, which is tomorrow. If you want to reach me, reach out at me at DarrellMuhammad.net. On all the platforms, Darrell Muhammad. I'm on Snapchat, Darrell Muhammad. Okay, and what else? All right, I think that's it, brothers and sisters. That's it. TheAbleNetwork.com, FreedomPaperCompany.com, and EconomicBlueprint.org. Put your money where your mouth is. If not, talk is cheap. You ain't saying nothing. And go find something better to do with your time. Because we have too many people wasting their life. We have too many wasted lives in America. Right? We have too many wasted lives in America on the battlefield of mediocrity. So that being said, brothers and sisters, as always, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but more importantly, our community needs your very best. So thank you so very much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock for Freedom Friday. Take care. God bless.